So yesterday we had some teammates going at each other in the Nationals game, which is kind of funny because the last time I can truly remember teammates going at each other in the dugout was with the Nationals, Harper versus Papelbon, and Papelbon, he chimed in on Twitter. A Major League umpire just got disciplined for betting on sports. The Brewers, yeah, their manager was shocked by a player's endgame decision, and Jose Abreu, his 3-year, $58 million contract has been an absolute disaster, and the Astros, they've had enough. They're cutting bait. We're going to talk about all of that and more in today's MLB Recap, and don't forget, Recap is presented by SeatGeek. Use code Fuzzy to save $20 off all of your tickets. And guys, if you have not downloaded Underdog Fantasy, if you're a brand new user, my code Fuzzy will get you $250 in bonus cash and a free pick'em. Don't miss out. What a crazy way to start today's recap. And I know that article makers are going crazy with this because the title is simple. You can just say an umpire was suspended by baseball for betting. But in reality, Pat Hoberg has been disciplined by Major League Baseball for gambling. And what that usually means is that he's using an illegal bookmaker. The reports are that he did not bet on baseball. He was not throwing games. And we know that because in 2022, in Game 2 of the World Series, he called a perfect game. 129 pitches. Out of 129 pitches, he got correct, and he's widely considered to be the best ball strike caller as an umpire in the game of baseball. So we don't exactly know what's going on, but the title, I mean, everyone's getting free clicks. Umpire caught gambling. It wasn't on baseball, though. All right, here we go. The first game from yesterday, the Twins, they were rocking out with their brand new City Connects, and what a way to bring them in. Shea Bangaliers, that's his first career Grand Slam and the first Grand Slam by the A's all season long. Byron Buxton, he got the Twins cooking with an RBI double. He said, nah, he wants 3 bags. That's a triple for Byron Buxton. He is so much fun to watch. I just need him to play 150 games. Max doesn't have the distance. Max Kepler, he ties it and makes history all in the same swing. He is now the all-time leader by a Twin for most home runs at Target Field. Brent Rooker, he almost went to the same spot. I thought that he was going to do it, but that right there is a go-ahead triple. And the Oakland A's bullpen imploded again. They loaded the bases. Oakland brought in their nasty Mason Miller, but this just kind of hurts to watch. He's been walking everyone lately. He has 7 walks in his last 11 innings. He walks in the game-tying run. That will not work. 7 walks in 11 innings. Johan Duran was brilliant for Minnesota. He got 6 outs. He kept the A's at bay. And Kepler, he made contact. He ripped it past Tyler Soderstrom at first base. Austin Martin, he flies around to score. Kepler had 3 base hits, 4 RBIs. The Twins have won 3 games in a row, and they're undefeated in their brand new City Connect. And honestly, I didn't think that was going to happen after that Shea Langoliers Grand Slam, but hey, good for them. They made the comeback. We're going to talk about Jose Abreu getting released after this game because Kyle Schwarber owns June. A Phillies fan caught it in Baltimore, so that makes this clip even better. Look at the pimp job from Schwarber. My goodness. He's got 14 home runs, 260 for his career. He's for sure going to get to 300 home runs, but I need him in the 400 home run club. That would make me happy. Now, Adley Rutschman answered with an RBI of his own, and it's not easy to score off of Ranger Suarez, but look who gave the Phillies their lead back. The JT Realmuto replacement, Rafael Marchand. His home run was his first hit in 3 years in the big leagues. That was off of Kyle Bradish. He's done after 5 because he felt discomfort in his elbow. The Orioles, they've already lost John Means, Tyler Wells, Dean Kremer. Kyle Bradish cannot be added to the list. Please, baseball gods, Just pray for my man. Ranger Suarez only gave up the 1 run. He's got a stupid 1.7 ERA and 91 strikeouts and 86 innings. Santander, he beat the wall in left field. His 15th home run forced extras because the home plate umpire stole an AB from my friend Bryson Stott. That was 100% A ball, and you rarely see him get upset. Schwarber, he clutched up in the 10th. He showed that the baseball gods, they are down with the ball don't lie rule because they stole that bat from Bryson Stott. The Phillies, they get the lead back. But Santander hosed the Speedy Rojas at home, so it's only 1 run. Another play at the plate. This time, Baltimore is trying to score. Mullins, he's out. Wait, no, he's safe. They overturned it. Then they had a rain delay hit, and rain delays give me PTSD as a Cleveland fan. Remember the 2016 Game 7 World Series? So naturally, Alec Boehm, because it's extra innings, he's going to have a runner in score position, and you just can't expect to win when he comes in with runners in score position. Sir Anthony Dominguez, he tossed a clean bottom of the 11th. This series is going to be a blast. This could honestly be a World Series matchup in the making, as long as you don't think the Yankees are going to make it. Here we go, some breaking news. Jose Abreu has officially been released by the Astros. He's owed almost $31 million for the rest of this year and next year. He had a 4 OPS plus at the time of his release. No, not 40, 4. He was great in the second half of last year. He wrecked shop in the playoffs with 4 home runs and 13 RBI. So because of that, I feel like someone is going to take a flyer on the former MVP. Again, the Astros released him, so whoever signs him or picks him up, they get him for free. Houston is paying him $31 million to go away. Now, heading to the Astros game, we had some early replay drama. We have Ryan Kryler. He missed first base, and the Astros, they saw it. So instead of a double, it's an out for Hunter Brown. Hunter Brown was special, and he had to be because he's facing off against Tarek Skubal, who's probably the Cy Young frontrunner right now. Well, there's one guy in the Yankees who says otherwise. We'll get to him in a second. Altuve and Bregman, they combined for the game's first run. Altuve, he doubled, and Bregman, he tripled. I don't really see that often from Alex Bregman, but because he hustled the third, Jordan's candy corn pop-up turned into a sac fly. Mauricio Dubon, he doubled the lead with one swing. That's a 2-run shot. Skubal's ERA ballooned to 2.2. That's how good he's been. Even though he gave up 4 in a handful of innings, he still has a 2.2 ERA. Hunter Brown, the kid was special, and he was pumped up, and he should be 9 strikeouts over 7 scoreless. Josh Hader, he's trying to get the last 3 outs, and is that a home run? Nope. Jake Myers, I don't think that would have been a home run, but he saved Hader from giving up extra bases for sure. The Astros, this is a good W. This is big. Now, I won't lie, after that start, I actually think that Skubal is now number 2 in the Cy Young race. The number 1 guy, he might win Cy Young and Rookie of the Year before we show him. Alex Verdugo, he's back in Boston. Remember, he was traded to the Yankees, but he got booed, and you have to expect that. He's a Yankee now. You're not going to cheer for a Yankee. But Verdugo shut them up. What a moment. Verdugo has 9 home runs, 41 RBIs, a 6 DRS. He has been a breath of fresh air because left field has kind of been a black hole for the Yankees ever since they traded for Joey Gallo. He's been so good out there, and he wasn't done. This is why you don't challenge professional athletes. Alex Verdugo doubled in Volpe, and then Rizzo, he knocked in Aaron Judge. Rizzo now has an RBI in 3 straight games, which is not great news for the rest of MLB. If he figures it out, I mean, good luck, rest of MLB. New York, they were not happy with the 5-1 lead. Trevino, look at this, his 7th home run. Aaron Judge, I thought he had a chance as well. He scores Soto on that double, and look who's at it again. Just like Max Kepler, Verdugo had a 3-hit, 4 RBI night. Boston, they get embarrassed at home. The Yankees are the first team in baseball to 50 wins, and we didn't even get to show Luis Gil, who had 6 strikeouts over 5 innings, but because he walked 4, he had 104 pitches through 5 innings. He's got a 2 ERA and a near 11 strikeouts per 9. He's basically been the right-handed Blake Snell to begin the year, so obviously that's Cy Young worthy. We have back-to-back 8-1 games, but this one had some drama between some teammates. This is the play that caused it. So Nick Senzel, he lobbed it, and instead of firing it to first base like a normal third baseman to try and get the third out, again, he casually tossed it over. Cut to the dugout. Senzel pushed Mackenzie Gore. I guess that Gore didn't like the effort. I'm just assuming because they got into it. Then the former Nationals reliever, Jonathan Papelbon, he tweeted that it's best to just take it to the clubhouse. He would know because do you guys remember this tussle with Bryce Harper? I mean, I remember that like it was yesterday. Anyways, back to the game. I don't know what that was. Otto Lopez, he couldn't make the glove flip, and Lane Thomas, he crushed a 3-run home run off the foul pole. As a Guardians fan, I know that they're trying to get Randy Arozarena. I want Lane Thomas in the lineup, not Randy. That's just me, though. Joey Meneses, he made it a 5-run day after he singled in 2 more, and CJ, he knocked in 2 as well. This kid is so dang good. Jesse Winker, he brought in the final run for Mackenzie Gore, who struck out 9. Make it 10 double-digit strikeouts for the guy who just got shoved by a teammate. He had 10-plus strikeouts for the 3rd time this year. He's got 91 in 75 innings. You should not be allowed to push your ace. Don't do that. All right, let's get some easy games out the way. We're going to fast forward to the 8th inning where St. Louis broke. Yeah, they broke Hayden Wesneski. Pedro Pages, he saved his first career home run for Hayden, and Hayden is just yelling on the mound. I'm sorry, that was kind of funny. The Cubs, they tried to score with the infield in, and Nolan Gorman said no. Pete Crow Armstrong, he got thrown out, and how did this ball not leave? This Patrick Wisdom fly ball was hit 111 miles an hour, but the wind knocked it down by, not just a little, knocked it down by 62 feet. If there was no wind, that ball might have left the entire stadium. Ivan Herrera, he showed again that the baseball gods were just on the St. Louis side. The Gold Glover, Nico Horner, couldn't even make a play. Dylan Carlson, he drove in the game's final run as Ryan Helsley. He converted his MLB best 23rd save. Speaking of threes, the Cardinals, they've won 3 in a row, and they're now 34-34. They're at 500 now. Actually, before we show more easy games. I'll put that in air quotes. Let's talk about two other NL Central teams because the Brewers, they've been the top dog, but they have been slipping lately. TJ Friedl and William Contreras, they traded home runs. These dudes rake. TJ has 4 home runs and 5 stolen bases in 20 games. William now has 9 on the season. The Reds, they stole their lead back with an India opposite field single, and Fraley scores. And here's Ellie. You can just pencil in 3 bases with that placement. Oh my goodness. The Candyman can. Jamir, another home run. He's got 3 home runs over his last 2 games and 12 on the season. I did not know that he had 12 home runs. Now we're going to skip to the 9th. Milwaukee made it a 6-4 game after some bad Cincinnati baseball. And here we go. Chourio, the rookie, he goes the other way. The Brewers wanted to tie it. Adames, he scores with ease, but Jake Bauers, he had a dolphin dive in there. He's safe, but moments later, they overturned it. And then what in baseball God's name was that? Blake Perkins, who can kind of rake a little bit, he tried to bunt. Now he is pretty fast, so I understand the idea, but his manager even mouthed, "What the F are you doing?" Again, Perkins rakes, but he also has elite speed. That's just the definition of doing too much. Just put the ball in play and swing away. Then again, if it would have dropped, we probably would have called him a genius, so that's just sports. I mean, heck, even the Pirates won yesterday. Brian Reynolds, he went yard to extend his hit streak to 12 games. He has 9 on the season. Tovar, he tried to rally the troops for the Rockies with an RBI triple, but McCutchen and the Pirates lineup, they just started teeing off. Captain Jack Sawinski, he squared up a long 2-run home run, 460 feet. Good Lord. McCutchen and Reynolds, they did even more damage. That's the final run of the day for the Pirates. Andrew, he's 1 hit away from 2,100 base hits for his career, and Reynolds, he's on pace for another 6 season full of extra base hits and RBIs. Now, in that Reds game, we saw closer Alexis Diaz continue to prove that he's not himself this year, and the same can be said about David Bednar. Chuck Nasty showed that with 1 swing. That's a long home run. Both Bednar and Alexis Diaz, they have to figure it out if their teams have any chances of making a deep playoff run, if they even make the playoffs. But hey, the Cubs, they fall to last place. Milwaukee, they keep on losing. The Pirates, the Reds, and the Cardinals, they've all been much better lately. So because we just talked about Alexis Diaz, we're going to go find his brother Edwin because he did something for the first time in almost 40 days. JD Martinez, he's honestly one of the best hitters of the last decade, I would say, and him doing this at 36 years old just makes sense. The next guy, he's 15 years younger, Jackson Merrill. He's got 13 home runs and a 140 OPS plus in June. He's slowly but surely figuring out big league pitching, and he's been really good lately. It's now 1-run game. Edwin, he has to clutch up. That's not a great start. Profar, he's showing us that the knee is healthy. He singled, and then pinch runner Jose Azocar, he stole second base. Manny, he's caught looking. That contract looks awful right now. He's hitting 248 with a 96 OPS plus. Again, looking rough. McNeil, he slid over to make the nice play, and we did not see Edluz Diaz. He was Edwin yesterday. He locks down his first save in 39 days. He's number 39, so that just felt like kind of poetic justice for Edwin Diaz. They've won 3 in a row, and they're now 3 games back of a wild card spot. The Guardians had a nice little day down in Toronto. I was terrified because Logan Allen was starting, but he was actually pretty good. Will Brennan, he had a big day. He doubled for Daniel Schneemann. That is a real name. He's been an absolute stud through his first handful of big league games. Willie, I thought no way, but he found a way, just like that Drake and Josh theme song. Will Brennan has 6 home runs on the season, all versus righties. Cleveland, they grabbed 1 more. Anderson Minez, he's like Alec Boehm, just automatic with runners in scoring position. Now, the Blue Jays did scratch 1 across on Allen. Schneider is just unreal. Davis Schneider has an almost 15% barrel rate, which is disgusting. That's top 7% in baseball. Allen only allowed 1 run. Class A, he had a 1-2-3 ninth inning for his 21st save. He has a 479 ERA plus. What? The Dodgers, not a great way to start off the 4th inning. Salvador Perez, he's been slowed down a little bit because he's had some kind of lower leg injuries, but it's nice to see him go way out. By the way, speaking of like lower leg injuries, after this 3-run blast later in the game, he had to come out, but he's got 11 home runs and 45 RBIs. What did I just see? Is that Miguel Rojas turning on a 94-mile-per-hour fastball inside? And I don't even know if that was a fastball from Reagans because he's usually throwing 98 to 100. The velo was down, and maybe that's why he went to a changeup, and Chris Taylor, he did not miss it. Chris Taylor has a negative 1.2 WAR. That first home run raised his OPS plus to 2. Reagans was dumbfounded that Chris Taylor actually got to that baseball. Look who helped out Cole later in the 7th because Gavin Stone, he went 7 innings. Cole wanted to go 7 as well. Bobby, on his 24th birthday, made an unreal basket catch, and they complete the back pick for a double play. Nice little birthday gift to himself. Now, Cole does complete 7, so he and Stone go 7 with 3 earned runs. The next run is going to win it Frederick, he seals it. Freddie Freeman, he takes care of business with the go-ahead RBI to score Mookie Betts. And Alex Vesia, he showed he is so back after being awful last year. He had a 2.2 ERA from 2021 to 2022, a near 4.5 ERA in 2023. He's got a 1.1 ERA after getting his third save. The Dodgers, they're 15 games over 500, and the Royals, they're 8-2 over the last 20. They're 6 games back of first place in the Central. The Braves have been struggling just like the Royals, but maybe facing the Rays was all that they needed. By the way, every run the Rays scored in this game were via former Guardians players. Ahmed Rosario, I don't miss Ahmed at all. Yeah, he's hitting 294, but he's not walking at all, and he plays awful defense. Again, I don't miss that. Come on, baseball guys, what are we doing? Michael Harris, he singles, then he comes up limping on an Ozzie Albies double. Huge names on the shelf for the Braves. You have Spencer Strider first and foremost, then Ronald Acuna Jr. Please don't make it a third superstar in Michael Harris. Atlanta fans, they deserve this swing. Ozuna, to me, I think he has a legit chance at 300 career home runs. That was his 255th. He's at 19 on the season. Austin Riley made it 5 straight hits for the Braves in this inning. Riley brought home Matt Olson, and Littell, he airmailed a throw seconds later to make it 5-1. Riley scores. And now Riley here, he doesn't need any help scoring himself. He went 422 feet on that 2-run blast. I think that Austin Riley is going to someday be in the 400 home run club. I think that he's that good. Chris Sale, he was nasty again. He has a 2.9 ERA after he goes 7 innings with 7 strikeouts. He's 12 strikeouts away from 2,300. I need Chris Sale in the 3,000 strikeout club. It's not going to be easy because he's 35 years old. Kelnick, he made a nice play at the wall in the 9th inning. And by the way, Tampa got their 2nd and 3rd runs off the bat of Palacios. Again, I just wanted to shout out the former Guardians real quick, but it turned into a save opportunity because the tying run was now on deck. Rizzo, he got 1 out and the save. He's got 18 of those. The Braves, they're bouncing back. The Diamondbacks are bouncing back as well. Tucker Barnhart, he sliced one to right for a 2-run single, and Lourdes Gurriel Jr., he now has 13 RBIs over his last 12 starts. Gino Eugenio Suarez, he has been awful and borderline terrible to the point where his job security is in danger. It's nice to see him go yard. Corbin Carroll, he got it just past the leaping Andrew Vaughn at first base, and he eventually got to 3rd, and then he scored after there was a White Sox error, and then there's an RBI chopper for Jock Peterson. More on Jock in just a second, but we got to wait for it because Ryan Nelson, he wanted some shine. I faced this kid when he was a shortstop for Basic High School here in Vegas, so it's wild to see him striking out 8 over 6, showing off some nasty stuff. The only thing about Nelson that he has to work on is the arm slot consistency. But then again, what would I know? I'm sitting at my desk recording baseball videos, not playing. Jock Peterson almost went 430 feet on this swing. The Diamondbacks, they won 4 of their last 5. They're 2 W's away from being back to 500. Mitch Garver was plotting and scheming versus his former team. We know that he won a chip with the Rangers last year. He's now with the Mariners. He saw Texas grab 2 runs on a Nathaniel Lowe double and a Wyatt Langford single. And Mitch said, I can do that with 1 swing. Leote, he missed the web gem by an inch. Mitch Garver ties it at 2 again. He's facing the team that he just won a World Series with. Seattle, they then took the lead on a J-Rod RBI groundout, and now we have some drama. Robles, he bunted and he's running on the grass. He should have been called out. Bruce Bochy, he was fired up and he was asked why he wasn't called out. I don't really know the rules. I mean, if that's not an out, I don't know what is. Nothing came of it though, and it just kind of showed that the Mariners had luck on their side. One more lucky play. Dylan Moore, he bobbled it, and Langford, he was going to be safe, but Adolis, what are you doing? Mental mistakes. That will just deflate a team. Garcia, he then couldn't check his swing later on. He strikes out with runners on in the 8th inning. Stanek, he had an eventful 9th inning. He had to dive to get that out right there. Langford, he ripped a double. He's the game-tying run. But ball game. Stanek, he has 6 saves. The Mariners, they now have a 6.5 game lead for first place over the defending champs in the AL West. Angels fans have been waiting for this Michael Stefano guy to get daily at-bats for a while now, and he's finally kind of getting his chance. Spencer Howard, the starter for the Giants, he got hosed by his defense. They threw all around the diamond and the Halos. They get another run. That led to this. Mickey Moniak, he flared a base knock to right field. 2 more score. Oh, Hoppy, I'm just trying to get these little dinks and dunks out the way because I do want to show this right here. Zach Neto, his big fly. I mean, what's going on with Zach Neto this year? 9 home runs, 8 stolen bases. I did not know that he was a near 20 home run kind of guy. Moniak, he tripled to the deepest part of the park, and then he scores on an Adele sac fly. Tyler Anderson, I called this guy a bunch of names last year. I called him a thief. I basically said that he was a garbage can. Now he's got a 2.58 ERA, and he struck out 5 on just 1 earned run yesterday. But I will say he has 15 walks over his last 23 innings. I feel like that is unsustainable. I feel like he's about to be a trash can pretty soon. Because it's not like he's Blake Snell from last year striking out everyone, but as soon as Tyler Anderson left, Mike Yastrzemski and the Giants, they fought back. There's a double over Adele's head, and Elliot Ramos, he is a damn man. He's hitting .330 with 7 home runs, 22 RBIs, and a 10-15 OPS over his last 24 games. Carlos Estevez, luckily for Halos fans, he hit the Giants with a Kamehameha. That is his save celebration. He closed it out. Scary ending, but you can breathe now, Halo fans. You won. Well, that does it for today's MLB recap. Thank you guys so much for always supporting the series. I'm just eternally grateful for the fact that you allow me to grow the game of baseball alongside you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you guys on Monday, and enjoy the Web Gems.
Full up the count, the ground ball. Palacios makes a diving stop, pops right back up.
Left field, Hack charging in, and
it was fun playing here.
Chapman gets to show off the
2-1 on the ground. Geloff with the nice dive, gloves it over to Soderstrom.
And it's tapped the other way, and comes Nimmo sliding to make the catch. Reaching out, Bobby Wood Jr. into the outfield. Unbelievable play. And a double play.